Kelsey Plum is officially gone to these.
Wilson becomes enraged when Kelsey Plum surprises the WNBA by joining the LA Sparks from the Las Vegas Aces. Is this a betrayal, or is there more to the story?
Storm are trading 6-time All-Star Jewel Lloyd to the Las Vegas Aces in a multi-team move that sends 3-time All-Star Kelsey Plum to the Los Angeles Sparks. And let me tell you, it's not surprising that they were trading Kelsey to the Sparks because a lot of people were talking about it. It's been all over, but what the Sparks traded away is kind of crazy.
In a startling reversal of events, the Las Vegas Aces, formerly a dominant WNBA powerhouse with a dynasty in the works, suddenly face uncertainty. One of their best players, Kelsey Plum, left the team to play for the Los Angeles Sparks, upending the league and changing its landscape.
Wilson was trending for multiple days on Twitter as there was this video going around of an exchange between her and Kelsey Plum.
Us as black women, Paige reminds me a lot of you. Like, you say you're not really about me. And she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point. And also, like, she's good at basketball.
Fans and analysts are shocked by Kelsey Plum's decision to join the Sparks, sparking conjecture about the future of the Las Vegas Aces. Her departure deals a serious blow to the defending champions and raises concerns about possible rifts within the team, particularly between A.A. Wilson and head coach Becky Hammond.
Moment from this game that was going pretty viral on social media was this clip here where Becky Hammond is getting super fired up in the huddle, and it looks like she is specifically pointing directly at Kelsey Plum. It looks like there's some back and forth going on between her and Kelsey.
A key contributor to Las Vegas championship victory, Kelsey Plum was praised for her accurate shooting. Her departure is a monumental upheaval that leaves the Aces struggling to replace a cornerstone of their winning formula because of her fearless drives and unrivaled work ethic.
We also have to take into account, like, how good Kelsey Plum was in the non-A'ja Wilson minutes. Like, the Aces were so good in the non-A'ja minutes last season because of Kelsey Plum.
In addition to supporting a rising contender, Kelsey Plum's transfer to the Los Angeles Sparks signals a significant new phase in her career. Despite having one of the league's most exciting backcourts for the Las Vegas Aces, the Sparks are determined to regain their former glory. However, the player at the center of this turmoil is A.A. Wilson, the team's cornerstone and reigning MVP, who is renowned for her dominance and consistency. Wilson has long been the engine of the Aces' success, but Plum's exit calls into question the cohesiveness of the team and Wilson's leadership. Will she be able to sustain her unwavering influence and keep the Aces on course? Or is the team's dominance in jeopardy?
A proposed monster trade in the WNBA that's going to be looked at as the first massive domino for the start of free agency, and it involves a couple of really big-name players. One player that just recently turned her back and her nose up to the Unrivaled League. After she joined it, she quit it. Judging by the ratings, she's not missing anything. But Kelsey Plum may be fixing to get sent to the LA Sparks.
Reports of hostility between A.A., even while both stars have openly denied any significant issues. Wilson and Kelsey Plum have been in the news for months. Rift observers have noted subtle missed high fives and uncomfortable timeouts during court moments suggest potential conflict. Wilson continues to be the indisputable cornerstone of the Aces, although Plum's departure could be interpreted as an attempt to emerge from his shadow. Some argue that because of her dominance, Plum's effect may have been unintentionally obscured, possibly limiting the guard's capacity to shine. Plum may be attempting to gain more notoriety and a new beginning with her departure.
But it seems like the dynasty is done. I highly, highly doubt that we see the Aces anywhere in the vicinity of a WNBA championship next year.
Regarded as one of basketball's most brilliant minds. When Hammond took over as head coach, she revolutionized the Las Vegas Aces. Her strategic brilliance and leadership helped the club win a title in her first season, but in any high-stakes setting, conflicts are unavoidable. Some players have found success with Hammond's rigorous and demanding coaching style, while others may find it suffocating. The rumor that Kelsey Plum's decision may have been influenced by her relationship with Hammond has been stoked by her departure. Although Plum has not officially revealed her reasons for departing the timing after a very successful season, insiders point to arguments over playing time, position alterations, and team strategy as possible sources of friction. This has only fueled rumors about what goes on behind the scenes. For the Aces, Discord Plum was hailed for their depth, cohesiveness, and championship potential. Their departure is more than just a loss of skill, it's a wake-up call. Even though the team still has players like AJ Wilson, they now face uncertainty. Jackie Young and Chelsea Gray Plum's absence creates a big scoring void and makes play more problematic. Her choice calls into question the stability and culture of the squad if a player of Plum's caliber feels forced to quit. What does that indicate about the internal dynamics of the company? It will be crucial for the Aces to promptly and successfully resolve these difficulties if they want to keep their position as title contenders. One cannot ignore the departure of a top player like Plum.
A 3-team deal. It would send Jewel Lloyd to the Las Vegas Aces from the Seattle Storm and Kelsey Plum from the Aces to the Los Angeles Sparks.
A significant new chapter in Kelsey Plum's career with the Sparks has begun with her move to Los Angeles. She has the opportunity to take on a leadership role and direct her own course. With the support of a reorganized coaching staff, the Sparks are fielding a roster designed to contend at the top level of the league. Plum's coming is a daring declaration of their championship aspirations and their determination to upend the WNBA's hierarchical power structure. The fast-paced Sparks style perfectly complements Plum's dynamic game. For a team hoping to solidify its place as a contender for Plum moving into the spotlight and away from AA, her exceptional shooting, playmaking skills, and aptitude for picking up the pace will be essential. Wilson's shadow might be just what she needs to advance in her job. This move raises concerns about the Aces' capacity to sustain their dominance and signals a change in the league's power dynamics, with ripple effects that extend well beyond Los Angeles and Las Vegas. The Sparks with Plum leading the charge, the WNBA's resurgence adds another gripping narrative to its already competitive landscape, changing the league's supremacy race.
Yeah,
like she went to Washington. She went to Washington when I was growing up. Bro, like, and me and my mom obviously would go to the games because they were real good. And so my mom would go as an alumni, bro. And she's dropping 40s, 50s. Like, it's nothing in college, bro. Yeah. And so I'm just like, at that age, I'm like, bro, she's better than anybody on the boys.
The Los Angeles Sparks and Las Vegas Aces will be closely watched by both fans and analysts in the upcoming season. Will the Sparks' dominance come to an end with Kelsey Plum's departure? Or can the Aces rally behind head coach Becky Hammond and AA Wilson to maintain their championship pedigree? Beyond the rumors, there is a human element to this story. For Plum, this move signifies more than just a change in teams. It's a chance to find the right fit and take charge of her career. For AA Wilson, it's a chance to consider her leadership and how she can lead the Aces through this challenge. The main question is whether Plum's arrival will be sufficient to push them into genuine competitiveness. Plum's departure from the Aces highlights the difficulties that even the most successful teams encounter. It will be crucial to determine how the Aces handle this defeat and how Plum thrives in her new position with the Sparks. The story of the forthcoming season and outlining the enduring contributions of all those concerned Plum has played in Wilson's shadow, even though many people think her contributions were just as significant, if not more so. The frustration of always being overlooked, along with a heated altercation with Hammond last year, appears to have been the tipping point. Now that she has a new beginning in Los Angeles, Plum is ready to emerge from that shadow and take her rightful place among the league's biggest stars.
They could have corroborated key conversations between plaintiff and defendant Aces and other relevant facts as alleged by plaintiff Hammond. WNBA also did not impose adequate punishment or consequences on head coach Hammond. I think Becky Hammond should be out of the league. I think we need to cut the bullshit. Becky Hammond should not be in the WNBA. Becky Hammond should not even be a consideration for an NBA coaching job. She should be gone. She should be absolutely fucking...
Despite being the franchise's focal point, the Las Vegas Aces' once unbreakable foundation started to falter last season. Their successes weren't always attributed to Wilson's supremacy. Fans and analysts alike pointed out that Kel Plum's sharp shooting, boundless energy, and clutch performances often carried the team through critical moments. However, it was Wilson who received most of the praise, accolades, and media attention, MVP titles, magazine covers, and the majority of the credit seemed to fall into Wilson's lap, leaving Plum feeling sidelined and underappreciated. The tension reached its peak after a heated exchange between Plum and head coach Becky Hammond, where Hammond was seen shouting aggressively at Plum during a crucial game. While the specifics of the confrontation remain unclear, it highlighted the underlying frustration and dissatisfaction within the team, particularly Plum's growing disillusionment in a move that shocked the basketball world. Plum has signed with the Los Angeles Sparks, bringing her tenure with the Aces to an end. For Plum, this isn't merely a change of scenery, it's a declaration of independence. The Sparks, on the rise, now have Plum as a central figure in their quest for success. For AA, it is a tremendous blow for Wilson to lose Plum. Plum's departure shows how much the Aces relied on her, despite the fact that her efforts were frequently disregarded. The two were an unstoppable force on the court. Wilson's surprise at Plum's departure emphasizes the value of their collaboration and how much the Aces depended on Plum's leadership, even though they didn't always give her the credit she merited.
Another moment from this game that was going pretty viral on social media was this clip here where Becky Hammond is getting super fired up in the huddle, and it looks like she is specifically pointing directly at Kelsey Plum. It looks like there's some back and forth going on between her and Kelsey.
Although the Los Angeles Sparks are going through a change, Kelsey Plum's entrance puts them in the running for the championship right away because of her daring scoring and capacity to inspire her teammates. With Plum leading the way, the Sparks are aiming for a championship, securing a player who knows how to win and is determined to prove herself. For Plum, this move offers a fresh opportunity to redefine her career and showcase her true potential when given the spotlight. Meanwhile, as A.A. Wilson and the Aces navigate uncertainty, another exciting story is unfolding in the WNBA with the rise of Caitlin Clark, who is frequently referred to as a generational talent. Plum now has the chance to become the focal point of the offense, something she rarely had the chance to do in Las Vegas. With a fully recovered physique, a new coach in Stephanie White, and high hopes, Clark starts the season. The scene is set for Clark's ongoing ascent, as well as Plum's new chapter.
But like she understands her privilege and like pushes her over the top in a sense. It reminds me a lot of you. And I mean that's a compliment.
This video received quite a bit of backlash online, as it seemed like A'ja Wilson was diminishing the accomplishments of players like Kelsey Plum and Paige Bueckers and someone who is her teammate. It felt like she was giving Kelsey Plum a backhanded compliment, and a lot of people, Aces fans, WNBA fans, Kelsey Plum fans across the board really had a problem with this video, and it really left a sour taste in their mouth.
Stephanie White has already stated that she believes Caitlin Clark has enormous potential and that she is a once-in-a-lifetime talent. This assurance, together with Clark's ability to score goals and court vision, lays the setting for a breakthrough season that might change the league's power dynamics. A new age of daring maneuvers, up-and-coming talents, and fierce fan competition is upon the WNBA. Watching Clark's full energy come onto the floor and maybe turn into an unstoppable force is an exhilarating moment.
This is how we game planned for you. And again, being that straight shooter, like, okay, like these are the areas that we need to improve. And putting those pieces together while also thinking about the holistic version of this team that we have, who is incredibly gifted on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah.
Offense is what I love. And so being able, trying to think about all these things that we can do. And heck, we had a staff meeting a couple of weeks ago in Indy, and it was like, guys, we got to scale it back. We're not going to be able to do all of this in year one. We're not going to be able to do all of this in training camp. Like, we're going to be able to, so staying ahead of the curve and watching all of these,
While Clark's ascent serves as a reminder that the next generation is ready to take over for A.I.A. Wilson, Kelsey Plum's move to the Sparks is a declaration that players are no longer willing to play second fiddle. It's an invitation for Wilson to step up and demonstrate why she is still among the league's best despite the WNBA's changing tides.
Caitlin Clark on her birthday. We take no days off over here, folks. we take no days off over here. Caitlin Clark in the gym, of course, getting in some work on her birthday. The job is not done.
Moving to Los Angeles marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter in Kelsey Plum's career, free from the pressures of Las Vegas and the shadow of A.A. Wilson. Plum is now positioned to demonstrate her full potential and create a lasting legacy after establishing herself as one of the WNBA's premier players in Los Angeles and taking on a leadership role. Meanwhile, with her manager Stephanie White firmly behind her and a tremendous talent pool, Caitlin Clark sees this season as a chance to make her debut on the biggest platform. With Plum's daring move to the Sparks, Wilson's leadership challenge, and Clark's meteoric rise poised to change the league's landscape, the WNBA is about to enter one of its most exciting seasons yet. What happens next is unclear, but one thing is certain: the landscape of the WNBA has changed, and the competition for supremacy between Kelsey Plum, Caitlin Clark, and A.J. Wilson will be more intense than ever. Even if the stakes are bigger than ever, do you believe the Las Vegas Aces will only be known as one-time champions? If so, please like and subscribe. There are now more videos available.